Welcome to another episode of So You Think You Know Westerville. Today we're going to be talking about water, which is pretty appropriate for a town that was dry for so long. When you think about the pros and cons of allowing or prohibiting alcohol, one of the arguments that emerges on the wet side, the people who support alcohol, is that in the days before water filtration systems, alcohol was actually safer than water to drink. The reality is a little bit more complicated. Germ theory wasn't widely known or accepted until the mid-1800s, so people living before then didn't quite understand water contamination in the same way that we do. But they weren't stupid either. They knew that if water looked dirty or if it smelled bad, it probably wasn't a great idea to drink it. We have evidence of this dating as far back as ancient Rome, and a 6th century historian living in present-day France repeatedly described travelers asking for water and describing which streams and ponds were good to drink from. He also relayed several anecdotes of sick people who recovered their health after drinking water associated with saints and holy figures in the Catholic Church. We can also see the belief that water has healing qualities popped up right here in Westerville. There was a spring behind what's known as the Stoner House, which is the brick building diagonally across from the library on State Street. One source says that Native Americans who were here when the first settlers arrived believed that the spring had medicinal qualities. We don't know for sure whether that's true or not, but it's clear that by 1852, when George Stoner built the structure there, the springs had a reputation for healing. In fact, even though he ended up running an inn and stagecoach company, he first envisioned his business as a spa. So, from European antiquity to 19th century America, plenty of people had favorable views of water and weren't afraid to drink it if it seemed clean. Now, it's true that during the Industrial Revolution, we're talking late 1700s, early 1800s, when things are becoming more mechanized and there's more pollution in urban areas, yes, alcohol would have been safer to drink then. Ben Franklin wrote that printers in London would drink beer because they thought it gave them strength. They would drink it at every meal, between meal times, and at the end of the workday. And although we'd call that drinking on the job now, in a way they were right. Beer does have more calories, so nutrition and energy are certainly part of the equation when we're looking at why people drank what they did. So yes, alcohol was safer to drink than water in certain places and at certain times throughout history, and people were generally aware of this, although they didn't think about the science behind it the way we do today. But they also had no qualms about drinking water when it was obviously clean and clear. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for another episode of So You Think You Know Westerville.